Hey, what's up guys? Swordy Sarah here with another MapleStory R evolution video, right? So here you can see my Cannoneer, Cannon Master Pirate class has already reached level 107, Cannon Sarah. So this is like the level that I've been doing the showcase. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to do the showcase for the skills of the Cannoneer. Let me just get the class name right here. Let's see, what are we? We are currently a cannon trooper. No, the cannon trooper is a stud, right? Currently, what are we? We are a cannon master. I think it's a master. Cap, cannon captain. Okay. Basically, this is the cannoneer class, right? So that's what we're gonna review today. We're gonna check out the skills. So we're gonna start out with like the basic auto skills first. So here we go. We start out with the normal attack, right? Fires a penetrating bullet forward, dealing damage of 76%. One stage attack, right? So it seems that's the correct thing. One stage attack, it seems to be the norm for all the normal attacks for the classes, right? This penetrating bullet, this seems to be a bit special and to enemies along the way, which goes through enemies, right? And here we have the magnetic anchor, which is auto skill 2, skill cooldown 7. Hurls a magnetic anchor that seeks and absorb surrounding enemies before exploding. So it just pulls kind of enemies, kind of some control going on, so you can gather enemies and then burst them, right, with your other skills. So next is the Hell Burst Bomb. Seems to be kind of a big cooldown, if I'm not wrong, compared to the other classes. I think it should be the same, right? Skill cooldown 10 seconds, fires a burst bomb to the sky, automatically finding enemies nearby and dealing damage of 339%. 6-stage attack, right? So 6-stage would most of the time mean that there's 6 lines of damage. And auto skill 4 seems to be the trend. Gain 1 rage without hitting, right? So that's pretty good. Then we have concentrated gunfire. Fires 4 penetrating bullets forward, dealing damage of 187% attack to enemies along the way. Right. Then we have armor piercing cannon. Fires a penetrating bullet forward, dealing damage of 162%. One stage attack to enemies along the way. So everything's like along the way. A lot of penetrating attacks, right? And also fire, what do you call this? Hellburst bomb. Hellburst bomb. Right, just talked about this again. Automatically finding enemies nearby, right? This is the bomb, if I'm not wrong, it's a bomb you launch into the sky and it drops down. Or maybe it's this one. Yeah, this one should be the one, right? Although it looks more like a cannon, but we'll see right, when it comes in. Lucky dice. So it says when auto skill hits an enemy, obtain 1 rage, releasing rage skills consumed. So all this is the same, right? I think the only difference is actually like the stats you get, skill attribute bonus. The stats, compare that, this is only level 88, of course. Right, so checking out the rages, right? So we have Twin Monkey support. This is the basic rage, right? So it summons twin monkeys. This is like a turret kind of thing. It summons 2 monkeys with the turrets, inherits 100% of character's attributes for 2 seconds, and dealing damage. So it's like, if you only cost 4 rage, right? If you can kind of like stack these, I think they overlap in damage, but we haven't done any like intensive testing about that yet, right? So next is Fury Cannon. Fury Cannon. 4 rage as well, summons 2 Fury Cannons, so it's a huge, big ass cannons that's bigger than the actual Cannoneer's cannon. Fire 2 bullets each, which eventually explode, dealing damage of 178%. See that the damage percentage always goes up. And the one we just unlocked, right, Monkey Blaster, consumes 7 rage, plays big and small drums, and release 2 sound wave shocks, dealing damage of 792% attack to the enemy. So actually, can preview that, right? So Fury Cannon is Fury Cannon. Right? You can see that there's like this bomb that gets stuck on them. It doesn't say, it says eventually explode, so I would presume that it's like a delayed attack as well. So like if they don't die, there's an additional stage of damage that comes in. But this test, they kind of all die at the same time, so I can't really see that. So the enhancement here is to knock back enemies with attack and increase damage. So it's interesting. It's kind of like a range protection, right? If you're a range class, you don't want stuff to get near you. So that's what's going on here. And magnetic anchor enhancement, you get it at the start. So as you can see here, after explosion, reduces the enemy's attack by 10% for 2 seconds. So that could be quite helpful for bosses, right? It would kind of make the Cannoneer a sort of ranged tanker, right? Because if we saw previously the warrior skill showcase, right? he's got some damage reduction in his kit, and this one has reduced enemies attack. So it's kind of like, okay, it's range, and we have some kind of support for our team. Right, good for bosses, good for very painful mobs. Here we have our newest one that we acquired, Monkey Blaster, big and small drums. Yep, read that already. So enhance is increased damage by 1 stage per bullet. Right, so that's like a lot of lines, right? So 3 lines per, it seems. 3 stages. 2 stages, right? Should be. This Hellburst Bomb, yep, this is the one I'm talking about. It throws a huge cannon into the sky, and then it seeks out where the enemy is, drops down, explodes. This one increases the damage, is the enhancement. Then next, when you become a cannon master, you get the holographic laser cannon. Summons holographic laser cannon and sprays lasers. Continuously doing damage. You can see the lasers coming in from the ground, and it seems to be like a constant damage. And up, up. So this is actually quite interesting, like compared to the other rage skills, right? Other class rage skills, because it seems like it plays down these 4 pillars and they just keep shooting. So if you can somehow overlap 7 rage with 7 rage, maybe the DPS is quite high, right? And armor piercing cannon again, increase damage by 1 stage. The damage stages here. Yeah, I can't really see it. I don't know if it's actually showing the enhancement or not. Right. Then we have a magnetic anchor enhancement, which expands the absorption range and increases the damage dealt. As you can see there. And Nautilus Battleship, I think this should be Nautilus, right? If you played actual MapleStory, you will notice it's Nautilus. And then summons Battleship, dealing 2003% full screen skill. Absolutely eradicates the enemies. And here we have concentrated gunfire enhancement, right? Increases damage. This is the like kind of consecutive shot kind of thing. It is the seeking thing. Increased damage by 2 stages, right? So that's all for the skills that we can see here, right? Then we're gonna proceed to actually test it out in a boss battle. See how it goes. Right. So it drops the magnetic anchor with the attack decrease yet. See our debuffs on the boss, healing effect. There's a monkey blaster. This is the Hellburst bomb. Blaster again. Now this is a stage I've been stuck on, right? I haven't progressed my character too much, so we might still fail this stage. Our damage seems to be good, but we are dying. It doesn't seem to stay too far. But if you want to dodge, you can probably do the jump, right? Probably, yeah. It's a pretty good dodge. Say here, we're like gonna die here waiting for our pot. You can just jump. You can just jump again. Yeah, seems like we can clear this. Nice. Oh, we're gonna faint. I faint. Oh, cleared it. Okay, nice. That's good. Alright, so that's for boss stage. It seems to be, it's quite easy to dodge with it. Right? I didn't really showcase the dodging for classes other than the Thief in a special video. Right? But if you just double jump, there is like this dash that all classes have an access to. That will help you dodge better, right? Especially if you're ranged. You can kind of do a bit of kiting. So we'll just pull it into like kind of a mob stage now. So you go mob stage. So you get the anchor in, gather the mobs, do some damage to them. As you can see, the Hellburst bomb is pretty insane, right? It drops from the sky, it drops from there, it goes down. It hits like, I think, infinite platforms. We have some kind of healing reduction. I think it's from our pet, is it? Are we running a sequel? Yeah, we're running a sequel, so that's why it says Gobby on the sequel, but yeah, so that's where the healing reduction is coming from. As you can see, the Hellburst bomb is pretty handy. Shoot it into the sky, comes down, slams, hit everything on every platform it passes through. Yep, just clearing the stage over here. You can see like the Cannoneer actually has a lot of multi-line hits. But it still has its fair share of like single line. Those could be fair to say that those single line damages is for knockback and more utility. The main damage actually has multiple lines, which is kind of like hits a middle ground, right? Okay, so my final thoughts on this class, just to sum it up, is that the Cannoneer seems to be like a tanky version of the Warrior, right? I wouldn't say a tanky version, right? It's a ranged Warrior, right? Because Warriors have some kind of damage reduction built in, whilst the Cannoneers, they have attack reduction built into their anchor, and as well as because the anchor will pull the mobs together and then absorb them, right? Absorb the surrounding enemies, and also dish out some damage, right? Decrease their attack, and all that, right? So it seems to be like quite of a utility, tanky support kind of thing, right? And it also has its like single line damage, same as the mage, but it seems that the single line damage skills are more of utility, right? One of them having the knockback that is given to it, right? Knockback enemies, armor piercing one. And we also have the special skill, the Hellburst Bomb, which shoots up into the sky. Very helpful with our mob stages, and it can actually clear multiple platforms if you have enough damage, right? So, yeah. Looking for something tanky, something interesting. I think this skill especially is pretty interesting if we can finally, once we get to use it, you can see like what's the potential of it. Right, but that's all I have for you for this video. If any suggestions or any other content or videos you want to see, any guides you want to know about, please leave a comment down below in the comment section. Right, thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have for you. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.